Hello everyone and welcome back to the world. So, last episode, if you didn't know what we did, we basically finished all of these castle walls and improved this area a lot. So, a couple updates from the last video. We planted some trees here and planted some trees over there in that area to sort of cover up the castle a bit so that the keep would be visible from the angle below. But I've also added a gate here and marked some outlines for the future village houses. So that is definitely what we're going to be doing today, these village houses. So I think I'm doing like 4 here and then 2 over there plus some farmland behind them, because we will try to emulate the burgage plot system a bit, which I will explain later. But besides that, I think we're going to be doing some interiors also. I know I say I'm gonna do them like every episode, but I never do them. But I think all I need is some good inspiration to continue the interiors and stuff, because I haven't done like a single interior in like 100 days. So hopefully I will get to do that this video. But for now, let's come up with a design for the houses. Hello everyone and welcome back to the world. So, a little bit has changed. As I said, I was going to do the houses down below, and I have done some of them, sort of just the main template for them. So yeah, these houses are primarily inspired by Kingdom Come Deliverance. I've been playing it quite a bit, and I've got to say, I cannot take on more than one person. Like, I can't. I just can't. So, I haven't detailed them fully, but I have done a little bit of, well, a lot of the house. So this is the primary design. You know, we're going to have logs and stuff, then sort of whitewashed. I don't know what material it is. I don't know if it's wood. I don't know if it's stone. But we do have a stone base on the bottom, and as you can see, the fronts of these houses, or the sides, depending on where you're looking from, do look quite different. So I went with 2 main designs. One where it's just the standard sort of whitewash design with some boarding and stuff, and here where there are wooden supports and an extra log going through the top. I think this makes the houses look a little more German, because I looked up some images of medieval German houses and they look like this. And overall, when people think medieval, they think of this sort of cross style of house where like there's a solid color, could be any color, and then there's like wooden boards and stuff, or sort of like pillars. I don't know what you call them, but yeah. I've also got some flower pots. I will be doing the interiors of these, I think, because they are quite easy to do. I've got some windows, you know, pretty basic. I've gone for some kind of wacky designs here, sort of simulating shutters and stuff. And also, as you can see, I use birch and jungle wood. Now, the gradient of the birch and jungle wood does look a bit harsh, but that's on purpose. The jungle wood is sort of supposed to represent replacements in the wood. Maybe like, maybe the rain has been wearing it down, and so it looks like the jungle wood because it's kind of soaked, or there's moss on it because we don't have mossy wood. Or it could also be seen as sort of like replacements, like rain or hail. Is that a creeper face? What the heck? That's a creeper face. That is 100. Okay, wow, I didn't realize that because Mojang recently replaced the clouds, but that's a creeper face. Yeah. Anyway, so the jungle wood is sort of supposed to represent weathering or replacements of wood, because a lot of I think this area would have been, I don't know, maybe like the first houses, because I think how medieval villages start are a couple of houses, and then they start to sprout into these big cities. So I think the order of how these structures were built were some of these houses first, the keep, the rest of the houses and the farmland, and then the castle town, which is the town inside the wall. So yeah, these could be like replacement boards after hail or heavy rain, or like lightning strikes, for example. I have continued the path going down here and all the way to here. So I've placed some of the bases of the stone. The stone bases and stuff. And so I've kind of gone here for a sort of dipping down style where the stone sinks into the ground when the ground is uneven. So, when it's not just flat, the stone sinks down into it, because I think that's how it looks like. I don't know. I've placed some of the more foundations down here, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Besides one more fact, and that is I have now a full enchanting table. So the moment I get to level 30, I will be enchanting fully. So yeah, that's a big milestone, and I think that's something we should celebrate, because that's quite a big deal. So yeah, and also these aren't supposed to be burgage plots. I've done a little research, and burgage plots are basically like the people in the main town, These are supposed to be the peasants which farm, so I'm sorry if I got that wrong and upset anyone. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I have moved the enchantment table into the castle because now I have like no space to place it. So yeah, I will continue and probably place the first couple farms and see how it looks. Because I'm not really going for functional farms, even though they will be really functional. I'm going more for historically accurate looking farms. They won't be 100% historically accurate, but So yeah, that's the progress I've gotten done so far, and I will see you once I've had some farms down. So hello everyone and welcome back. So, ignore the big tree farm here. I have, and the, like, hundreds of sheep there. I have pretty much completed, half of the village. Also, we've got bees. Yeah, I went to a forest over there and got some bees and built some cute little beehive builds, and now we've got them. So now we have honeycomb, we can wax copper, so yeah, that's pretty cool. So let me just tour you around the builds we have, because I think this is where we'll be ending it today. So, I've done a bunch of medieval village houses, some over there, but mainly over here. This is the main part that's detailed, so you know I've got a log pile. These are meant to be sort of KCD inspired houses with sort of brittle roofs, stone bases, and you know, some stilts. Here I've got one that emulates more of a sort of German medieval look. And I do have interiors to them, so they're fairly the same. Some storage. This guy takes care of the sheep, which are really noisy, so he probably doesn't sleep much. But yeah, we've got some wooden support beams. He's got a little place where he can sit, maybe eat some food. And his storage for his wool, a bed, and his little light. Oh, it's turning nighttime. And then we've got a stack of hay bales because he's farmers. We've got pretty historical looking plots here, you know. I tried my best to take them from reference images where behind sort of the houses there would be plots of land for farms. We've got bees, so if you didn't know, they can actually help bone meal plants. If they pollinate flowers and then cross over these crops, and then the particles of their pollination falls down, that will bone meal the crop. So that's something I didn't know. Something I also didn't know is you can actually transport them by luring them with a flower, because they breed with flowers. And then if you have, like, say, a beehive, and then you place a campfire with a non-obtrusive block, which is basically just air or a transparent block, you can harvest honeycomb or honey from them. So yeah, which is pretty useful. So as we come down here, I used path blocks and then added some brown wool since I didn't really have a use for the brown wool. I'm not sure if it looks good because I'm trying to sort of emulate mud or dirt. I think brown concrete is a lot better for this, but let me know what you guys think. So here we copied the same design, you know, lowered the base of the cobblestone because, you know, it's not on even ground. Same design for the roof, same design for the house, but this house, oh, that should not be there, that should be stone. This house has a bunch of multiple floors. I will be completing the interiors here later. Also here, these are kind of just shells. This one I know is complete, besides a missing window. You know, same layout pretty much, except for the supports, which I will be doing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, he's got a table here to eat, for his lighting, to sleep. That's pretty much all I have, except for some new updates. So the enchantment table is now at level 30, and it is now I have enchanted some stuff with it. So this area I think I'll be using for farmland, and then we'll have some fisherman huts maybe on the side of the river. And then this area, I think Hilltop Castle and Hilltop Village will be considered complete. And then we can move on to the next build someplace else. So yeah, sorry if this was a short episode because, you know, life stuff. I got a math test coming up, sort of had a busy weekend. But yeah. So I've been actually using the chickens as an XP farm because they're starting to, like, entity cram and I have way too many eggs. Like over here, I've got a lot of eggs. And I have looting on my sword now. I've got a busted sword. So I can use the chickens as sort of an XP source. And also, since I have looting, I have much more eggs and many more chicken. Here, you can see how much the looting affects my stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty much never going to run out of food, especially with the farms down there. So I'm pretty good with that. So yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to do a lot of the interior of the castle, but honestly, I've done a bunch of interiors down below near the farms, so I think I'm good for interiors, you know. Sorry guys, I just interiors are hard, you know. I can build up a whole castle with a village, but not a single interior. So here's the enchantment table with all its 15 bookshelves, which I don't know, it kind of looks uneven and out of place with this and this, but I think it'll be fine. Actually, since we're level 30, let's check if we can enchant anything right now. Unbreaking 3. I don't know. Pants, fire prod. Blast prod 5 is not really useful, so let's re-enchant this. Protection 3. Okay, that's not bad. So yeah, we've got almost a full set of enchanted diamond. It's not maxed out though, as we still have like a pair of broken iron leggings. I don't know. We've been kind of easing out of the mid-game of Minecraft for a while now. So I think it'll be nice getting full prot diamond armor. So I've now got a Silk Touch Efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3 axe, which is pretty nice. A Efficiency 3 Unbreaking 3 shovel, which I've had for a while. A Fortune 2 diamond pick, which I went mining with recently for coal, and that is pretty busted. An Efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3 pickaxe, which is going to be amazing. And look at this sword. Sharpness 3, knockback 2, looting 3, unbreaking 3. So yeah, I guess you can say we are almost out of the mid-game of Minecraft. Also, I will probably make a video on the future game drop, because that was released today as of the recording of this video. And the copper golem drop will be dropping soon. So yeah, I'll be updating this world as soon as possible, and I will be messing with the copper guys. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry if this was short, but hopefully I'll have more time next time to record. But I'm still proud of what I got accomplished in this episode, you know, all the farms and stuff. So, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are and whenever you are. And see you in the next one.